we are doing average under quantitative aptitude. Let us see type 1. What we have is, see, a family of 5 members earns an average of rupees 96,500 per month. After the death of a person, the average monthly income decreases to rupees 82,560. What was the monthly income of the person who died? Okay, abhi a scenario hai wherein we are given firstly the average of 5 members. So what we can say is n and the average. We know n is the number of people, so we have 5 people here and their average is 96,500. Now what happens is there is a death in the family and now a person decreases. So our n will also decrease, from 5 it will be 4, correct? So after the death of the person, the average income of the family, it reduces to 82,560. 82,560 it becomes. Abhi the question is asking, what was the income of the person who died? Now from 5 we are decreasing, correct? From 5 it is coming to 4 and the average is also decreasing. So how do we find out? First thing, we'll take the average. We are aware average is equal to sum upon n. We are given the average, we are given n. We can calculate the sum, correct? How it will be? Average into n. Matlab 96,500 into 5 karenge, we will get the sum of 5 people. And with respect to this 82,560, what we will do is, we have the average here and we have the number of people here. So we will get the sum 82,560 into 4, barabar. So the difference between the two, that will be the average income of the person who died. So 96,500 into 5 if we do, we get 0, 0 here. 5 into 5 gives us 25. 5 into 6 is 30 and 2, that is 32. And 5 into 9 is 45 plus 3, we have 48. So this is the sum of the 5 people. Okay. Now, coming to after the person who has died. So now we have 82,560 into 4. So when we do the multiplication, 6 into 4 gives us 24, 2 carry, 5 4s are 20 plus 2, 22. 4 into 2 is 8, 8 plus 2 is 10. And 8 into 4 is 32 plus 1, 33. Now, the difference between the sum, this is the sum that we have. The difference between the sum will be the monthly income of the person who died. So, when we subtract, we get here 0, we get 6 here. 4 minus 2 is 2. Here it is 2 and 48 minus 33 gives us 15. So, 1,52,260 was the monthly income of the person who died. So, this becomes our answer. Moving ahead to type 2, we have a question. What it says is, the average weight of employees in an office consisting of 4 members is 102. Okay? The average weight of 4 people, we understand they are working in the office, is 102. The information further is given with respect to these 4 people. How it is given? See, the weight of the first is twice the weight of the second. So, what we have is, the weight of the first person is 2 times the weight of the second person. Okay, so we are representing it as, okay, first and the second person. Further, the weight of the second is 1/4 the weight of the third one. So, weight of the second one is, it is saying 1/4 of the weight of the third number or the third person. Okay, and the weight of the third is 2/5 of the weight of the fourth. Okay, third's weight is 2/5 to that of the fourth person. And we don't know what is the weight of the fourth person. We are not given the information. We have been told, find the weight of the member who has the least weight. ठीक है? मतलब जिसका weight सबसे कम होगा, that we have to find out. Now we have first का some condition, second का we have some condition, third का we have some condition. So let us say fourth का let us represented by way of x. Let us say fourth person का weight is x. So what it will be here? 2/5. Fourth person है तो यहाँ पर x हो जाएगा, correct? And here it is saying 1/4 into the third person. Now third person we have already represented 2/5 into x. So here rather than writing third number, we will say it is 2 by 5 into x, correct? And here it is saying weight of the first person is 2 times the weight of the second person. Second person ka weight is 1 by 4 into 2 by 5 into x. So rather than writing second here, I can write it here as 1 by 4 into 2 by 5 into x, correct? Now, we are given that the average weight of the 4 employees is 102. Matlab, we have the average of 4 people. We can find out the sum with this, correct? So, sum will be nothing but average into n. Barabar? Average we are given it is 102, number of people are 4. So, we understand the sum of all the 4 people will be 80. 408 is the sum. Matlab, addition of first person plus the second person plus the third person plus the fourth person should be equal to 408. Okay? So, how do we do it? First person plus the second person plus the third person plus the fourth person, the weight in total is 408. Fourth person we said it was x. Third person is 2/5 of the fourth. So 2 by 5 of fourth. This is the weight of the third person. For second person we are given it is 1/4 the weight of the third, means iska 1/4. So it will be 1 by 4 into 2 by 5 into x. This is for the second person. Okay? And the first person is twice the weight of the second person. So iska 2 times, means 2 into 1 by 4 into 2 by 5 into x. This is the easiest representation. Now this is equal to 408 is given to us. Okay. So now what we can do is, here I see 2 and 4 can be cancelled out. 2 ones are and 2 twos are. Here I see 2 into 2 is 4 and denominator may we have 4. So that can be cancelled out. So this and this is cancelled out. What we are left with is, for the first one we have x by 5. Here we have x and in the denominator we have 5 into 2. 5 into 2 is 10. So here we have x by 10. Plus here we have 2x by 5. Plus the fourth person is x. This is equal to 408. Now here if I see, here I have denominator as 1. 1, 5, 10 and 5. So what I'll do, I'll take the LCM. So here I will multiply by 2. Here also I'll multiply by 2. It will become 10. 5 into 2 is 10. Here also it will become 10. And here I will multiply it with 10. So what I'll get is 2x plus x plus 4x plus 10x upon 10 is equal to 408. Now this divide by 10, I'll take it to the other side. It will become multiply. So 408 into 10 will be 4080. Okay. Now 2x plus x plus 4x plus 10x. So 10 plus 5 is 15. 15 plus 2 is 17. So 17x is equal to 4080. We'll write it here. 17x is equal to 4080. So x will be 4080 divided by 17. So the value of x becomes 2. 17 into 2 is 34. We are left with is 6. And 17 4s is 68. So and the 0 here. So the value of x is 240. Now let us find out the weight of the least person, like least weight person. So fourth person was x. So fourth person x is 240. The weight of the fourth person we have received is 240. Weight of the third person 2 by 5 of 240. So 5 and 240 can be cancelled out by the table of 5. So it will be 5 4s is 20 and 48. 48 into 2 gives us 96. So the weight of the third person becomes 96. Okay, weight of the second person is x by 10. X is 240. So 240 divided by 10 means the weight of second person is 24. And the weight of the first person is x by 5 means it is 240 by 5 means it is 48. The question is asking least weight 48, 24, 96 and 240. Out of all we understand the least weight is that of the second person which is 24 kgs. So the find the weight of the member. The member is the second person, correct? Second person who has the least weight, which is 24 kgs. So this becomes our answer. Okay, 24 kgs, this is the least weight. Now moving ahead to type 3, what it says is the average of 6 consecutive odd numbers is 76. What will be the sum of the largest and the smallest numbers? ठीक है. For this we need to understand कि consecutive number क्या होते हैं, correct? Here it is saying consecutive odd numbers. Consecutive means one after the other. But here we are saying consecutive odd numbers. So let us say we have 1, 3, 5, 7. These are nothing but consecutive odd numbers. Barabar? Now when we see 1 and 3, the difference is that of 2. When we see 3 and 5, the difference is that of 2. When we see 5 and 7, again here the difference is that of 2. Barabar? So the difference between any two consecutive odd numbers has to be 2 is what we understand. Here we have 6 consecutive odd numbers. So let us say our first number is x. So our second number will be how much? It will be x plus 2. Barabar? Why? Because the difference is that of 2. 1 plus 2 will give us 3. Similarly, x plus 2 will give us this value. Okay? So this will be the second number, and third number will be x plus 4 plus 2, and the fourth number will be x plus 6, fifth number will be x plus 8, and the last number will be x plus 10, because we have 6 numbers. So these are the 6 numbers that we have. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now, here we are given that the average of the 6 consecutive numbers is 76. Average means what? Average is nothing but the middle value. Barabar? Here we have 6 numbers. 6 values ka middle number kya hoga? When we say we have 7 numbers, the middle number is the fourth one, correct? 3 towards the left, 3 towards the right. When we say we have 9 numbers, so the middle value will be 4 towards the left, 4 towards the right, the fifth value. But here we have 6 numbers. So 6 numbers ka middle value kya hoga? Here if we see, it could be between x plus 4 and x plus 6. Barabar? If we see the numbers, the difference is that of 2. Means the average of this number, of all the 6 numbers, has to be somewhere in the middle of x plus 4 and x plus 6. What will it be? It will be nothing but x plus 5. Barabar? This becomes the middle value, means this becomes the average. So this is our average, and it is given to us that this average is equal to 76. This is equal to 76. Okay? So our x will be what? It will be 76 minus 5, which is 71. So the value of x is 71 is what we have received. Now the question is asking sum of the largest and the smallest number. The smallest number will be x is what we understand. Barabar? And the largest number will be x plus 10. We have to find out the sum, matlab addition of both the numbers. So how much it will be? It will be 71 plus 71 plus 10. 71 plus 10 is nothing but 81. Barabar? So what we have to do is 71 plus 81. 71 plus 81 gives 152. So we understand that the sum of the largest and the smallest number is 152 when the average of 6 consecutive odd numbers is 76. We don't have to go for finding out all the 6 numbers and then taking out the average, then multiplying it. That will be a very long cut method. So this is one of the shortest routes in order to find out the average. Average is nothing but the middle number. So what we have done is taken the middle value, and this we have equated with the given value, that was 76. We found out the value of x, or फिर we added as per the given question. We had to find out the sum, so we found out the sum by adding the smallest and the largest number. So we get 152 as the answer. Now moving ahead to type 4, we have in an examination, Hardik's marks were wrongly entered as 98 instead of 72. मतलब क्या गलत number डाल दिया है, 98 डाल दिया, but हमको डालना था 72. Because of which what happened? Because of this mistake, the average marks of the class went up by half. The number of students in the class is how much? We have to find out कि students कितने हैं class में. Because of this one mistake, the average actually increased by half. ठीक है? Because the number is more, the average is also increasing, and we have to find out the resultant कि कितने students होंगे class में. So we know that average, the formula is sum upon n. But here what is happening is there is a change in the average. So change in the average, the formula is change in the average is change in the sum upon n. Here the number of students will remain the same, barabar, because the students number is not increasing. It is only the marks that were incorrectly entered, and that is the reason the average is changing. So our change in the average is change in sum upon n. We are aware our change in average is what? Half. Average marks of the class went up by half. So our average change in average is half. This is equal to change in the sum. Change in the sum matlab kya? Prior it was entered as 98, but actually it was 72. So what is the change? From 98 we have to put it to 72, barabar. So the change is that of 26, change in the sum. 26 is wrongly added, so this 26 is the change in the sum, correct? So change in the sum 26 upon n. We have to find out the students in the class, number of students, so we have to find out n. We are aware if we have sum, if we have average, we can find out the number of students. Simple, by way of cross multiplication, if you do, it will be n by 2 is equal to 26. N will be 26 into 2, which is nothing but 52. So the number of students is 52 in the class is what we have found out. So this is nothing but the formula for if there is any replacement or if there is any change in the average resulting into change into sum. So it will be change in the average, what we have written, is equal to change in the sum 98 minus 72 upon n. So we found out n is equal to 52 students. Seeing type 5 of the same concept, we have the average attendance in a factory for the first 5 days of the week is 45. And for the first 6 days of the week it is 48. The attendance of the 6th day is what? मतलब 5 दिन का average हमको दिया है, हमको 6 days का average भी दिया हुआ है. We have to find out the difference. Now again in simple terms, average attendance of 5 days. 5 days का क्या होगा? Average is equal to sum upon n. बराबर? For 5 days. Okay, when n is 5, the average is 45. So the sum will be how much? It will be nothing but 45 into 5, which is 225. Further, we are given the average of the first 6 days. So 6 days, now here n becomes 6. Average is given to us as 48. So we can find out the sum. It is nothing but 48 into 6. Barabar? So 8 into 6 we get 48, and here 6 4s is 24 plus 4 is 28. Now, the difference between 288 and 225 will be the attendance of the 6th day is what we understand. Barabar? So, 288 minus 225 if we do, we get 3 and we get 6. So, 63 is the attendance of the 6th day. So, 63 becomes the answer. What we did is we found out the value of 5 days and we found out the value of all the 6 days. From the 6 days, means 6 days has 5 days included in it, barabar. So, what we have done is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 days ka it is 2 to 5, barabar. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days ka it is 2, 8, 8. So, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is included in this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, barabar. So, what we have done is this 2, 2, 5 we have subtracted and whatever difference we get is the 6th day's answer, which is 63 here. So, we get the attendance of the 6th day being 63. So, 63 becomes the answer. Moving ahead to type 6, we have the average age of 12 women in a group is 25 years. 2 women aged 17 and 20 joined the group while a 12-year-old woman left the group. What is the new average age of the group is the question. Okay. So now prior we are given average age of 12 women is 25 years. Means prior there were 12 women whose average was 25. What happened later? There were 2 women who were added. So there were plus 2. Now then we have 14 women. And their age was 17 and 12, correct? They are added, so we are adding it up. And then what happened is 14 people were there, and then what happened is a 12-year-old woman left the group. So now 1 woman is going. We have only 13 people. The question is saying what is the new average. Now how do we find out the new average? We know the formula for average. It is nothing but sum upon n. We are given here that the average of 12 people is 25. So for 12 women, the average is 25. So sum will be how much? It will be 25 into 12. Barabar? 25 into 12 gives us 300. So we understand here the sum is 300. Now given that the sum of all the women is 300, 2 more women are added and their ages are given to us, which is 17 and 20. So we can directly add for 14 women, our new sum will be 300 plus 37, which will be 337. Barabar? Again, what is happening is one woman who is leaving with the age of 12 years. So, one woman of 12 years of age is leaving. So, 337 may say if we subtract 12, we get 325. Now, 325 is the sum and 13 is the n, that is the number of women. So, we can find out the average. The question is telling find out the new average. New average will be what? It will be sum upon n. So, sum is 325, n is 13. So, 325 divided by 13 if we do, we get as 2s are, 13 2s are is 26 and here we get 13 5s are is 65. So, the average becomes 25 years. So, when we have 13 women and the sum is 325, the average becomes 25 years of the group. When all the changes have been done, there is addition also, there is deletion also. So, the average age now becomes 25 years. So, the new average is 25. So, 25 becomes the answer. So, subscribe for more videos and stay tuned with Top Scholars. Thank you.